Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Teacher Patrick, and welcome back to another edition of IELTS Monkey Mock Speaking Test, where you are the candidate. As always, this is a great way for you to practice the feeling of being in an authentic testing environment, the timings related to your questions, and having someone like a former examiner ask you those questions so you can get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more confident. Now, like before, I like to give a couple or at least one general tip to help you on the IELTS exam, and today's tip is all about speaking task part 1 and the structure or the strategy we can use to answer these questions. When I teach my classes, I teach this strategy in a very simple way, and I think it works really well. And the strategy is called answer, explain, extend, where you are going to give a direct answer to the question you are being asked. We're not going to repeat all of the words in the question. We're not going to kind of say a lot of filling words to try to give ourselves some time to think. So if the question says something like, "What was your favorite subject when you were a child?" I don't want you to say something like, "Well, mathematics was my favorite subject when I was a child." We don't need all of that language. We're not actually giving the examiner anything new. We can simply say, "I loved mathematics," or "I really liked mathematics," or "I enjoyed mathematics." Next, you want to give a simple explanation. Now, don't say, "I loved mathematics because now I can do math problems." That's not a reason why you liked mathematics. Or, "I liked doing mathematics because it can help you think logically." Okay, maybe. What about, "I really enjoyed mathematics because my teacher was really cool. They were really nice and they inspired me. And also, I really liked the challenge of solving math problems." Now, there's a good explanation. There's a reason for someone to like mathematics. So now we have an answer and we have an explanation. What about our extension? This can be anything. Nice and simple. It can be an example, a note for the future, just an additional thought. So for our mathematics example, we might say, "I loved mathematics because I had an amazing teacher, and also I really loved the challenge of solving math problems. In fact, I'm even majoring in mathematics now that I'm in university because eventually I want to be a professor of mathematics." I'm majoring in mathematics because eventually I want to be a professor. This is our extension here. So remember, 3 parts to a part 1 question. Answer directly, explain yourself simply, give a little bit of an extension, repeat, repeat, repeat. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Please leave a message in the comments if you have any questions about that. And of course, we have just launched our IELTS Monkey online and in-person courses, so check those out if you are interested in learning with me. So, shall we get started? Remember, you need a pen and a pencil to take, or a pen and a piece of paper to take notes in part 2. But aside from that, all you need to do is bring yourself. So, let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. This is the mock speaking test for the International English Language Testing System, conducted on the 13th of September 2023 here at IELTS Monkey. The examiner is Patrick Somby, examiner number 983408, and the candidate is you, candidate number 227652. Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Somby. Can you tell me your full name, please? Thank you. And what should I call you? Okay, great. Can I see your identification, please? Okay, thank you. That's fine. Now, in the first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some general questions about yourself. First of all, let's talk about your hometown. Where is your hometown? Do you often visit your hometown? What is the most interesting place in your hometown? What is there for a foreigner to do and see in your hometown? Okay, great. Thank you. Let's move on to talk about happiness. What made you happy when you were little? Is there anything that makes you feel happy lately? What do you think will make you happy in the future? Is being happy important to you? Okay, great. Thank you. Let's move on to talk about music. Do you like music? What kind of music do you listen to? Do you enjoy the same kind of music as your friends? Which singer or musician would you like to see in concert? All right, thank you so much. So now I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? Okay, great. And do you have your paper and pen? Excellent. Let's get started. I'd like you to describe a place you visited where the air was polluted. Okay, great. Thank you. Now remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this. Don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please? Okay, great. Thank you. Now, do you plan on visiting this place again in the future? Okay, thank you so much. So, we've been talking about a place you visited that was polluted, and I'd like to discuss with you a couple more general questions related to this. So, first of all, let's consider pollution in general. Do you think that there is a need to legally force companies to reduce pollution? And how is the air pollution in your country today compared to the past 10 or 20 years? Do you think that individuals and companies that don't protect the environment should be punished either with fines or maybe even jail time? Okay, thank you. Let's move on to talk about the environment. What do you think the future environment will be like in 20 years? what are some of the things or what are the ways that individuals can do in order to reduce the amount of pollution? Thank you so much. Last question. Who do you think is more responsible for fixing the environment we have today? Older people or younger people? Okay, great. Thank you so much. That's the end of the speaking test. All right, good job. You've made it through another one. As always, go back and check your band descriptors and try to get a feel for how you perform today. And you can always practice this again. Remember, perfect practice makes perfect. Always be practicing, always be working on your language, always be experimenting and trying new things so that when it comes to test day, you'll have all of this experience and you'll be able to react to any question the examiner asks you. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you find this helpful, and I look forward to making mock test number 5 for you later on in the week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.